Good morning. My truck still broke down. My last video, you saw that I was waiting for a tow and the girl came. She was a very good operator and just waiting in the carport for the proper repair by the right person because I don't really know where to bring it. At the point that I was at Friday, I just did not know where to bring it to. So the best place is home, where you can keep an eye on it, being that you want to entrust it to the right party for it being the steering and all. And anyway, I did try yesterday to get in touch with someone. However, the phone that I borrowed riding a lawnmower to a nearby adjacent road did not work out that I was able to speak to the mechanic himself. It almost seemed as though it's a repeat of what goes on here in this countryside. Oftentimes, you'll ask to borrow a phone, and you'll get a phone that doesn't work, and they'll hand you a phone that's not really functioning, or um, they will be closed down towards really helping, and almost want to put it up on Facebook and advertise it to the community that you came to their place looking to use their phone. I mean, it's just like that here. Instead of it being a help, it'll be a hindrance. So, not having a phone, an active carrier right now, services out on this phone. And being home without transportation could be scary for the right person, but I'm the wrong person to be afraid because I know who my help comes from, and I know that uh, it will be repaired, and I will get the proper help I need from him. It's just that in the meantime, there seems to be an active circumvention of things for me, instead of help, hindrance. So, for instance, people will say that they are coming back and they're going to do it and look at it, but it wasn't even the person he said he was. I'm pretty sure he was not a person that he said he was. He said his name was Brody, but he looked identical to one of the two grandsons that I paid $200 to just move a few things in the house here out of the U-Haul. And I did not supervise them, and I was on the back of the truck a lot of the time, putting things out to push them out toward the tailgate where they could be gotten easily. But unfortunately, I only noticed later a lot of things were gone that I had here that were taken by maybe the plumber I hired, and he sent me to town to get a part. And my bad, I left the house unoccupied with a virtual stranger. A lot of my things got taken from here, and I've learned the hard way that it's not good to trust people and assume and project your virtues onto them, that they are honest because you are, and that because they're a business person doing a business transaction with you, that they are not going to take things. So, a lot of dehydrated foods from the Mormons, which I got called e foods, have disappeared from the house here. And along with other things like a family old fashioned clothes dryer, dowel pegged. It opens up like an accordion, and you can hang clothes on to dry, set it in front of your stove, cook stove, and it will dry your clothes in the house. And long wrought iron rod, 10 feet long at least, and got ornate uh, bronze and copper flowers on the end, twisted wrought iron from Boston that my cousin worked in as a ironsmith or whatever you call it, or doing ornate um, wrought iron work for Boston. But anyway, the the whole gist of this video is not to put neighbors down or people that you've hired down for taking things and people giving you phones that aren't functioning properly and diverting your call instead of it being a call you can actually make. The whole gist of it is I don't belong here. I've been wanting to leave here, but it's one setback after another. And when I was signing and there was a real estate agreement to sell, someone stole the keys. The realtor quit on me and left for Texas and gave me a really nice letter saying what a good person I am and how kind I am and all this. And she disappeared on me. So I was ready to do this a long time ago and it hasn't worked out. So what I am doing now is working on getting the truck back on the road and possibly listing or just transferring the house over to an interested party. The property is beautiful, but the Lord has not answered the prayer to make this a refuge for people who are homeless. And a big part of that is my communications are interfered with. The prince of the power of the air is ruining a lot of people's communications right now. There are so many people that are not getting their calls out, especially in this community, in this county. So I know that it says in the word that he is a man of war about our king, Elohim Yod He Vav He. He is a man of war. I could go to where it's at in the Bible. Right now, I'm not sure where I wrote it down. Let me see if I have it here. But we know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So I am not going to repay evil for evil. I am not going to resort to uh, carnal warfare. I only do spiritual warfare usually, and don't believe that it's as effective as trusting in what miracle the Father can do for you. It's been impossible to get a lawyer without a good phone for any kind of legal work. It's really been a lot of discrediting done to me also. So the last phone number I had, it said it belonged to a Zachary Felton. I do not know who he is, so I quit the phone service. It talks about him being wearing all kinds of hats. He was a director of the Faith Formation in a Catholic Church, St. Joseph's, in I guess Cleveland, Ohio, or somewhere. He was doing a lot of different things, and I don't really want a phone number that belongs to someone with a triangulation icon on been verified for service. So I quit that service. Every time I buy a phone and try to get a new SIM or get a new number, it's the same thing. Right now, I'm being billed for a postpaid account I attempted to have, and that was somebody else's number ported in by the girl at Walmart that talked me into getting postpaid AT&T. So now I have a $250 bill, even though I sent the phone back within 14 days to AT&T in uh, well, Fort something, Texas. They got it. I have the receipt of it with the UPS tracking. Now, I don't make a lot of money, so it's not like I can just keep throwing money at AT&T. So I'm using a Wi-Fi texting number right now. I actually have more success with that, and that's free unless you want to beef it up and upgrade to premium service, which still is cheaper. But anyway, it's not as reliable as having your own phone number, but I don't end up with my own phone number anyway. Okay, so that's the thing I will be sending out today, and I've prayed up, armored up, but I couldn't find that scripture. But it does say He trains our fingers for war, and that is what He does. We are His vessels, and not we are not able to overcome in our own strength. We are able to do what He has enabled us to do, as His power and authority invested in us allows us to speak it and to demonstrate it by faith. So if you move this mountain and cast it into the sea, it could be a whole mountain. He will cast it into the sea. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed and believe when you speak. So our weapons of our warfare are mighty to the pulling down of strongholds. And this I know. And this I will do. I hope you all have a blessed day.